Is it recording? Yeah. Okay. It's probably about 8:12 a.m. right now. I believe today's Saturday. I'm trying my best to look at the camera because I'm not the best when I'm recording and looking directly at the camera, and I guess whoever's watching it. But yeah, that's besides the point. But it's currently about 8:12 a.m. right now. As always, thank you guys for even stopping by and watching any of the videos I put here. I guess this is going to be one of those videos where I just speak from the heart. I had a lot of stuff ruminating in my mind while I was taking a shower. When I take showers, I have so much stuff I'm just thinking about. I hope the audio is good, like I always say. I'm not driving right now, so I hope it's awesome. But yeah, to the point. It's Saturday right now, 8:12 a.m. and I'm about to hit the gym, so I'm just in the parking lot right now, and I'm scared. I'll be honest, I'm scared, and I'm scared for next week because yeah, college is starting, and I guess we've had a bit of a conversation about college on this channel. I really don't know what this channel is going to be about, but I'm just scared for the new semester, just like always. I don't know if a lot of people feel the same way. For reference or for context, a few weeks ago was my birthday, August 13th. I turned 24, and this semester actually officially marks like my senior year in college, but technically I'm still taking like probably junior level classes, or even about to even take junior level classes. So I'm a civil engineering major. I go to Cal State University Fullerton, so who knows, maybe a Fullerton student might be watching this and just can relate to whatever it is I'm talking about. I did a little bit of time in community college, spent more time than I anticipated of after COVID, the whole debacle. And yeah, so it took me a bit of time, but I am here right now. I can't change my major. I cannot change my major, and I really don't want to, because that's what I started with, and that's what I just want to finish. And I just want to finish and get it over with. And more importantly, I want to get into the whole, I guess, engineering workforce. But yeah, I'm just scared for the new semester. I have done 2 semesters over in Cal State Fullerton. I started there 2023 fall, I believe. So 2023 fall, 2024 spring, and right now is going to be 2024 fall. I was trying to take some classes over during summer, but really couldn't afford it. Plus, financial aid wasn't hitting, and plus the classes that I needed weren't offered during summer. So I guess it all works out. So just all working through summer, just like I've always done. I believe my whole, I guess, college stint, ever since I started college, I started working just around the same time or even the same month. So yeah, I'm just scared for what it is to come. It's gonna be, I think I'm gonna be taking about 15 units. So 4 engineering classes, I believe, and 2 general ed. You got to take like a humanities class, I think an anthropology or something. Those are online, anthropology and history. Surprisingly, I haven't taken it. I don't know why, but hopefully that works out. But I'm just scared for what the semester has to offer, because in past semesters and even when I was in community college, I know, or I have actively seen myself, I guess, I lost my train of thought. I have actually seen myself be so hyped and so psyched and just so excited to start the semester. And after I think it's after like the 5th week or 4th or 5th week, it just all comes crashing downhill from there. And I've noticed a pattern. That's all I'm gonna say. I have noticed a pattern, and the pattern is I initially start with a lot of motivation. I'm super I'm super optimistic about the semester. I start, and week 1, week 2, week 3, it's okay. By week 4, before you know it, I start missing like some assignments. By week 5, I start missing more stuff. When it comes down to I believe first midterm, and after that, it just keeps going. And I have that tendency not to reach out. I'm not too sure where I'm supposed to be looking. I know I'm supposed to be looking at my camera, but I'm seeing myself here, so I'm just looking here. So sorry about my eyes. By week 5, it just goes downhill from there. I've always had the tendency to, I think it's like growing up, like when you're growing up, I don't know if you've experienced this. You're not like super smart at anything, but it's like some stuff just comes easy to you. I wasn't like a straight A student, at least from what I can remember through grade school. A lot of stuff. The fact that I'm even doing STEM right now is crazy to me because I didn't know math and a lot of like the analytical stuff. I knew how hard it was for me to, I guess, teach myself or just train myself to have my own train of thought because the way school was going for me really wasn't so awesome. So, but yeah, that's besides the point. But what I know is by week 4, week 5, it all just goes downhill from there. And I've always had the tendency to always feel like, I got to do something myself. I never reach out to my professors, and every professor is different, just like every student is different. And sometimes, it might just be a message saying, at least now I know, it might just be a message saying, hey, I'm having a problem with this. Is there a way I can do like office hours? And this is also applies, I think, to whoever's going to be like a freshman coming into college. Is, you've been away from college for some time and you're just coming back. So maybe this might be some college advice, because I know college is around the corner and people are going back to school. And yeah, so I would watch this video if I was 16, 17 coming to college, or 18. But yeah, by week 5, it all just goes downhill from there, because I might be taking 4 classes, and by the time that I selected my classes, I thought, okay, maybe I'm gonna be able to do it. But it's like maybe one class that I don't know. I feel like these are like deep-seated issues I should be discussing with a therapist, but YouTube is my therapist right now for the time being. At least that's what I'm comfortable with. So by week 5, it just goes all downhill from there. And I have noticed a pattern and that pattern is not me communicating and just not telling myself the truth. That maybe one class I'm finding it hard. So that one class that I'm finding hard creates like a ripple effect over all the classes. Because that particular one class, I maybe couldn't turn in the assignment on time, yada yada yada. Before you know it, I'm having that problem. Next few classes, I start even missing classes. It's crazy to me. So I'm not even going to go into that or just that pattern, but I know it's usually around week 5. And if I can sustain it, and if I can go past week 5 and get into week 6, week 7, right? I think I should be okay, because I have tried it for 2 semesters right now, and surprisingly, I was getting all A's and B's. I mean, I did drop one class, but noticing that pattern in my college STEM, and also understanding that, yeah, you might choose 5-6 classes, but hey, if you can't do 5-6 classes, you might as well know when to call it quits and drop one class. I feel like it's been a pride or an ego issue, and it's like, oh geez, a lot of people are seeing me in class. What are they gonna think about when I stop showing up? But you know what? A lot of people don't even remember you, especially if you're going to the kind of school that I'm going to, where it's like almost like a community school. People just show up and boom, they go home. They have lives to live. So yeah, I got to stop thinking about that. Another thing that I feel like just honestly just freaking me out is, just coming back to school with like a large school. Obviously has like a large population. Up till now, I still do not do well with crowds. I am as introverted as they come, but truly, I feel like when you get to know me, I kind of open up, and I feel like I'm fun. I feel like everyone says they're fun. Maybe I might just insert that Kawhi meme over here, a fun guy. But I don't know. But I feel like when you get to know me, it's like my conversations are super interesting. I'm always in my mind a lot. I'm a super overthinker, so I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage. But yeah, just coming back from, this isolated summer, I've just been working every single week, doing a little bit of like my content creation, photography, dabbling in like videos and stuff, color grading and stuff. But now coming back where it's like, damn, it's a good amount of people. I just hope I do not lose myself. And by saying I do not lose myself is, I just hope me trying to, like find my way or insert myself into the whole college scene and just like large groups of people. Granted, I don't need to talk to anybody. I can just show up to class. But there might be some classes where you got to do group activities and stuff. But just like the whole space in general, the energy I just hope I don't lose myself where, and by that I mean, I feel like myself, or just me in general, is a quiet time, my alone time, and just a time where I can just think. I don't know if this happens to you. Maybe some introverted people might be watching this as well, but it's like, and I say introverted like loosely because now almost everybody I feel like is introverted, or the definition maybe really doesn't apply to everybody, but I say introverted because like you spend some time outside, and it's like after a while, man, it's almost like I discussed this a lot with my sister, and it's almost like you're having like an aerial view of yourself. So it's almost like an out-of-body experience where you're watching yourself participate or just act in whatever activity is going on, and you're just like, this is not me. And maybe it might be even be conversations where stuff is just spewing out from your mouth, but when you go back, or when you leave that setting, it's like, damn, what was I even doing? And I don't know, I really don't know how to explain it, except if you experience the same thing. Whoever experiences the same thing obviously is gonna say, oh yeah, it happens to me a lot. But yeah, just that, in reverting back, or just going back to the conversation of just being scared, it's noticing that pattern, and that pattern how my classes or just my grades always go downhill, and not trying to lose myself. Another thing is, as you know, on this channel, or if you have a link to my IG, I do photography. It's not really something that brings me money, but it brings me joy. So I feel like I'm okay with it. I always say, I feel like people always advise, hey, when you turn your passion into a career, you don't feel it, and it's like you're super happy. For me, I would want to work with whatever engineering that I'm going with, and be doing that photography and videography on the side, just so I still retain it as a passion. That's just my own thought process, right? And I really just don't want to lose that joy for it. So I know it's going to be hard, because the classes are going to be harder, and I'm going to actively try. I don't know, I'm not saying anybody should hold me accountable. I'm already holding myself accountable, but I am gonna actively try, so I don't lose like a little bit of skills that I already have, and I don't lose like that joy and just that passion for it. Yeah, I feel like I pretty much covered everything, and I really just want to keep that joy and just that passion for it. I feel like one of the things that I can do this semester would be intentional time management. I am not really good with time, so like I said, I don't know if this is just laziness, or maybe it might just be yeah, because I do know it, or it might just be a psychological issue that maybe I do not know about, and I have never been to like a psychologist or a therapist that has diagnosed like ADHD and stuff like that. But somehow deep down, I feel like I do need help, and I do actively try, but sometimes it's like I'm pulling teeth. I am trying, and I am really trying, but it's like, damn. Like, I was discussing with someone recently. I was saying, sometimes I know, let me give an example. I have a task to do, be it like an assignment or a paper to write, or just like a reading for a test. It's almost like the fear of that assignment, or me not completing that test, or me not doing that task, supersedes or just overpowers me, that I keep procrastinating it so much that eventually when I get to do it, that fear has now been actualized, because I believe maybe, damn, I'm gonna be rushed and I might not finish. So it's weird. It's almost like a paradox in itself. Like, I never even started, but I'm always thinking, damn, it's gonna be so hard when I try, and maybe I might not be able to do it. But it's like, at that moment when I actually do it, and I'm like, damn, maybe it actually isn't really hard. But now it's harder because I don't have a lot of time to finish, and that's what even makes it harder. I remember hearing a quote. I don't know if it's from Dr. K, Healthy Gamer Gigi, on YouTube. If you follow him, he talks about like what happens in the mind of procrastinators and people that have ADHD. He talks about how about you stop thinking about the now and think about the consequence of when you don't do that activity. This is loosely translated, but I guess what he's trying to say is, when in the mind of a procrastinator, or just someone that has a tendency to procrastinate, we're just thinking about now, right? What if you think about what's going to happen when you don't do that task? If you get the gist of what I'm saying? What if you think about what the consequence, or what the after effect is going to happen if you don't actually get to do that task? Maybe it's going to somehow work backwards, and your mind is going to be, oh, since I want to avoid that, how about I start doing it now? So I feel like that also ties in with like time management. I really don't want to make this video too long, but I feel like that also ties in with like time management. And yeah, I feel like it does. I'm not good with deadlines. I really am not good with stuff that's timed, but I can try. I can actively try, and I can push myself. And right now it's not even motivation. I feel like it's just more discipline. Yeah, I'll be lying if I say college isn't hard for me. I thought by now I should be done with college, graduated, having a good job, just from the mind of being like a 17-year-old. But that's not it for me, and I gotta accept my faith, and I gotta accept that's what life has in store for me. But I can actively try, I guess. So I'm hoping that when I see this video, maybe by December, or even if no one watches, I'm gonna go back and watch it. But I'm hoping when I see this video by December, hopefully I might be, I have, you know, I'm just about to take my finals, which is around that December time. I'm gonna be, oh wow, look at what happened, and look at the thoughts that I had around that time, right before the whole college semester, and just translate, or just take whatever stuff that I've learned from now and just keep putting it forward as I keep going forward in my whole college stuff. I feel like I pretty much have covered everything. Yeah, I feel like I have covered everything. I don't think I have much to say. This might just be a video for future Johnson, just for someone in general who's going through the same thing that I usually go through before the semester, within the semester, and even after. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I do sometimes wish that someone is with me on this journey in college, and I really do not have any friends. And I'm not saying this to, you know, get some pity from the audience for this, but that's just how it is. And I actively try. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but there's always something. I have just come to the conclusion that I have accepted that if being in your 20s and, you know, not having like a close friend who you can confide in for your whole 20s, I feel like for your 20s in general, if you don't have someone who you can just confide in and, you know, just talk about like stuff that's going on in general, or just even in college and stuff, yeah, I have just come to the conclusion that I'm gonna be okay. You know, this is not like a lone wolf situation where you know, I feel so empowered about it. But I have just come to that conclusion that it is okay. You know, I'm gonna try. And I feel like just to wrap up like the video, another stuff that I would also want to keep pushing on through the semester would also be like working out and just the gym. It's been two months right now, almost 2 months, that I started going to the gym, and it's been awesome. There's been a little bit of changes, or maybe it's just a placebo effect. Would that be the word? I don't know right now. But yeah, maybe I'm just thinking about it, but it does set my mind straight for the day, and I can do a lot of activities after that. I do sleep a lot after the gym. I don't know if anyone understands why, but just the gym, and just lastly, strengthen my faith. I am a Christian, and I really want to put God in the center of pretty much everything that I'm doing. I really want to stop this video at 20, or at least close to 20, you know. So I am a Christian. And I know when it gets hard, especially when it comes to college, it's just crazy, man. I sometimes just forget. Or just lose faith in myself, and just lose faith in God. And there's been so many situations where it's been like a prayer that just got me through that day, or just that season. I don't know. And I always take it back to community college. I'm gonna keep mentioning this, but it was hard. It was really hard. I never knew I would see a graduation and be in a four-year university right now. But in everything, I just, you know, thank God. Just like my last video, just give gratitude. It's about 1954 right now, so whoever's seeing this, just good luck.